Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So, I literally feel like I've won the lottery. There's a whole lot of special happening inside of this box. At least I think so. I mean, some people out there might not feel the same way that I do, but what is inside this box was probably one of the greatest finds I feel that I've ever fallen upon at a yard sale. Pretty much every single one in here has not been used. There's decks from the 70s, 80s, and very early 90s, most of them being in the 70s. It is like it's like I opened a time capsule. It is insane. The background story of these decks is the gentleman who was having the yard sale. His mother had just passed away recently, and she was a tarot reader. And this was, and I quote, he said, part of her collection that he has started to go through. So this is only a small portion of her collection. And of course, I gave him my number and I was like, when you're clearing out the rest of that, you call me, because based on what's in this box, I want to see what else there is, what else he has of hers. Plus, I will love them and I will cherish them and I will take good care of them. There are a few, however, in this box that I feel I will possibly sell, but a majority of them I plan on keeping. So, with that being said, let's get in here and check it out. These decks stink really bad. They are extremely musty. Obviously, they have been in a basement or a crawl space or something. They smell really, really bad. Like, so strong to the point where it is choking and it kind of chokes me up. So if I start coughing, I'll try to edit it out. I'm sorry, even if I get stuffy a little bit. They smell really strong. And as soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to start working with making them, like deodorizing them, right? Because they are very, very, very strong smelling. There's no damage to them from what I can tell. I kind of, before this video, went through them and checked them all out, saw if there was any water damage or anything like that. They're all in perfect condition. They just stink. So let's get in here and let's check them out. I am literally just going to put this box on the floor and I'm just going to start grabbing decks. And when we're going to be looking at is whatever I grab. This might be a pretty long video because there is 19 decks in this box. So I don't know, hopefully you make it to the end. So a lot of these decks are still in print, and most of them have been on my list or have caught my eye at some moment in time. But I will always pick original versions or vintage copies over modern day anytime. So this is honestly quite like, this was amazing. Last night when I was going through them, I almost started to tear up because I felt so blessed to have found some of these decks and this lady's beautiful collection, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to grab out of the box, and whatever I grab is what I grab. All right, we're going to start real strong. So this is Morgan Greer. This is a pretty well-known deck. This is the original 1979. She did use this one. This one came not in order, but this is the original 1979. So from what I'm understanding, and I might be wrong, I tried my best to research these for this video to the best of my ability. So some of my information might not be 100% correct, but I tried my best. From what I'm understanding, this is the original print. It is a little scuffed. I don't know if you can see. It is a little scuffed. It does have a little bit of wear and tear on the corners. This is out of the entire collection. This is the only one that's showing any type of wear. And it's beautiful. It's soft colors. It's not as vibrant and as bright as the modern one. I do have the recent version of this one. Let me grab that so we can take a look at it. This is going to be a long video, people, just so you know. So here's the modern day print of the Morgan Greer. And actually, it might tell me in this book. Yeah, the original print was 1979, and then it printed again in 1993. And I'm guessing, I don't know, I don't think this is from 93. Nope, 2004. So they reprinted it again. So it's been in print, sorry, let me rephrase this. It's been in print since 1979, and this is probably a 2004 copy. It's been in my collection for a little bit, but here we're looking at size-wise. The old one's just a little bit bigger. Can you see? That's going to be hard to see, but this is more of a matte feel, where this is more of a gloss, almost like a plasticky feel, to tell you the truth. But the colors are much more muted. Let me see if I can find the star. Literally at the end. Okay, so you can see the difference. This is the updated modern, this is the vintage. Yeah, so everybody loves the Morgan Greer because of its bright, vibrant colors. I have not bonded with the Morgan Greer as well as I have other vintage decks, to tell you the truth. But it is really cool to be holding an original copy of it from 1979. This one is particularly stinky. Our Lady Red reversals, or maybe this part of the deck. No, maybe, I don't know. Maybe this part of the deck has been and they are, like I said, they are what they are. I'm just opening them the way that she's had them. So this one she obviously has used. It is in no particular order. But I'm almost kind of feeling the vintage as opposed to the one that I have or have had. But I don't know. This one is one of the ones I'm trying to decide if I want to sell it or not. But I kind of think I might be keeping it because it is an original. And it's beautiful. This one is particularly stinky. This one smells real strong. So, yeah. Morgan Greer. Okay, so next one. I don't even know how to say this one. Kyotero. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This one is from 1982, I believe is what that says. Yep, 1982. Most of these decks, if not all of these decks, are US games, which I thought was really cool. I was like, all right, so she's a US game lover. And look it. Has not been used, has not been touched. 100% brand new in the box from 1982. Has not been used. Maybe she took them out and looked at them. And like they have a little bit of like It's like potpourri crumbs or something on them. Look at those backs. How beautiful, eh? This one I've seen before and I've thought about purchasing. But I'm glad I didn't because this is very beautiful. Yep, it's all still in order. Oh, this is a beautiful deck. It's it's Pippi, which is cool. So we got all our pips happening. They have a little bit going down at the bottom. It's your pages, your knights, queens, and the kings. That's a beautiful one, eh? And then our pentacles. Oops, dropping stuff. Yeah, so very beautiful. I'm gonna say this hasn't even been shuffled. Probably opened and looked at, and then that was it. Like beautiful. From 1982. Here's our little booklet. It hasn't even been opened. There's no creases in it, nothing. Not even opened. 83, sorry, not 82. Wow. All right, so that's that one. Okay, next one is the Native American Tarot. This is an 82. This one, the box is a little rough. Not really, but like a little bent. I don't think this has been, look at, not even used. It's just insane to me. Just insane. Okay, so we have the booklet, which has a little bit of, I don't know, smuts or something on it. The title card. And then we've got all the cards. Oh, this is a beautiful. I've seen this one before. I feel like this one's on eBay regularly. I might be wrong. Might not be this edition, but I think that it is. But like, look at, like, not even used. Not even shuffled. Oh, so beautiful. And honestly, their cardstock hasn't changed very much, to tell you the truth. Okay, once again, like I said, I don't want to wreck that book. Okay, and here's an original handle. I'm so excited for this one. I love the handle. So this is a 1990, so this is the first print, original. And once again, not even shuffled. Okay, so here's my current copy. Once again, I believe this is a 2004, 2011. It's a current print. All right, so you're looking at, they are almost the exact same size. Okay. There's just a little bit of difference in height. Not much though. The backs are very similar. These ones have more like gray tones, right? They're like brightened up. There's a little bit of a color difference. And so here we have them. There's something that feels different to me though. The vintage decks, there's a different feeling to them. These are beautiful. They're in great condition. There is no damage. Like I said, I don't even think these have even been shuffled. There's the 4 and the 4. Slight bit of coloration difference. But so here's the handle. All right, and then this one's in the box, which is a Marseille from, I believe this one is from the 70s. 74. It's a little beat up. Not much though, like in pretty good shape. And when we open up inside, once again, I feel never been used. So the booklet is kind of ripped from this lip coming down. Oh, there's a card hiding in here. From this lip coming down. So this says 71 on it. The box says 74. The booklet says 71. Oof, this one's really stinky too. All right, and then we've got beautiful, bright, vibrant colors. A beautiful Marseille. This is just gorgeous. I like the color. Like, it's so bright and vibrant and beautiful. And then here's the backs. So there's actually like gold in them. It's actually got some shiny gold. Very beautiful. This Marseille's been on my list for a little bit, but it's really overpriced on eBay, and I've never really encountered it anywhere else. So this is something that has been on my list. This one I am definitely keeping for myself. It's absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous Marseille. Okay, and then we have this one here, the Gill Tarot deck. I've never heard of this one. It's a 1990. I've never heard of this deck at all. Once again, like not even, I really honestly feel like these cards have not been used at all. Okay, I might have just screwed those ones up. Those might not be in order now. So we've got the Gill Tarot, 1990. Just talks about like the layout, the structure. Once again, a little bit of damage from the tuck box being closed on it. Really snappy cardstock. We've got our title card. We've got a layout guide. And then we go right in to these beautiful cards. Oh, I like this one, I think. That is a cool death card. It's interesting. We've got a wolf and a German Shepherd. Interesting choice on a dog. And then here's our minors. Okay, so we go into... Oh, this one might be a little out of order. Tower, sun, it is, world. So this one's a little out of order. So this one has been slightly shuffled. It's the majors that are out of order, I believe. They might have come like that from the printer. I'm not sure. King, queen, prince. These are all swords, princess. And then here's the minors. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then your ace. I have a feeling this is how it came from the printer. Wow, the cups are beautiful. This is an interesting one. I would definitely take this one for a spin and see how she reads. That's a cool looking deck. All right, so there's the Gill Tarot, which I've never heard of. And I don't think I've really seen on anything much. And as usual, US Games with that inside lip that catches everything. I think I'm going to move the booklets to the back on some of these. Or maybe not. Now we're going to keep them in the front. And I just got to be really careful how I'm closing that I'm not catching that and ripping it any further. There is a Thoth in here. This is from, I don't know if we've got any dates on it. Not on the outside, so I'll look inside. This is the small card size, which is to me a very just normal, traditional tarot size. Craziest thing about this is literally all week I have been shopping for a white box Thoth. I wanted to buy Thoth. I do not have the original Thoth deck in my collection. I've been searching and searching and searching for like what I want, like my copy. Looking obviously at vintage. A lot of the, from what I've understood, the newer print of this, the images from a certain year to a certain year are kind of more blurry and aren't printed as crisp and clear. So I wanted to get a vintage copy. I honestly was trying to find a greenie at a decent price. However, it looks like my Thoth has found me. So this will be staying in my collection and will be part of my collection. And honestly, like we go in here and it looks like it hasn't even been used. Okay, so I don't see the date on this one. So I've got 1978, 1983, and 1987. But I don't have an exact date on this one. This has the original 3 versions of the Magician card inside of here. Let me just double check. So I don't got an exact date on this. All right, well, this could be an... This could be a 78, an 83, and 87. I feel that this is an 87. I feel it's an 87. It has like kind of an 80s feel to it, if you ask me. All right, so we've got our Fool, the Magician. So here's our 3 different magicians, 2 of the Magus, and then a Magician. So you can pick whichever one speaks to you. Here's our backs. Oh, it says right here on the back, 1986. So this is a 1986 copy. And then just that beautiful Thoth artwork that I cannot wait to get. Like, I had to stop myself from taking this deck out of the collection and shuffling it and using it last night. I want to use this deck so bad. That death card is amazing. Honestly, I did want the bigger cards because the artwork is so phenomenal. And maybe one day I'll buy a bigger version. However, this is obviously the one that was meant for me and found its way to me. And it's so crazy. I literally have been shopping this the last week or 2. And I just wasn't finding anything that spoke to me or that I could afford because some of the price tags on these Thoth decks are absolutely ridiculous. And this Queen of Discs. Oh my God. Okay. I can't wait. I'm so excited that this deck found me. Like I said, been shopping for one all week, trying to find my Thoth, and I wanted vintage. I'll always choose vintage over modern any day. There is some modern decks, obviously, that I absolutely love. I have some really strong favorites, but some of the best readers that I have in my collection are these vintage ones. All right, so with the Thoth, we have a rider. There's actually 2 of these in the box. This one, I believe, is a 71. So this one's from 1971. This one she used. This is a used one. And this one has been shuffled and used. There's reverses. You can tell it's kind of a little like dirty looking. So this one has been shuffled and used. Beautiful, bright, vibrant colors. There is a little mark here. Yep, 1971. So I will be using this one. I will be keeping this one. This is the one with that color back. Ooh, this one smells really strong. They're so stinky. But I really like the colors, the saturation on this one. It's very bright and vivid. Okay, so I've got this one from 1971. And she obviously was an RW girl and really, really, really liked this one because she has a backup copy. So I have another 1971 Rider Waite. But are you ready for this? This one is still in its cellophane. Not even used. Not even opened. How amazing is that? So I have a 1971 tarot card deck in my hands that has never even been opened and taken out of its plastic. How insane is that? So I'll probably be selling this one. I don't know, I might keep it, but I might sell it. If any of these decks that I'm saying, the ones that I say that I'm going to possibly sell, if they speak to you, please feel free to contact me. I will ship pretty much anywhere, right? As long as you guys understand that shipping is a little ridiculous right now. It tends to be about $25 anywhere in Canada and really close to the same amount in the US. Anyone in UK it is insane to ship to you guys, and it's not even worth your money. But maybe it is because this is obviously a collector's item, right? The box is in really good shape. A little bit of, like a little bit of staining, a little bit of crustiness. It is from 71, right? It's going to be a little crusty. But it's never even been opened. How insane is that? So, yeah. We have this one here, the Arthurian Tarot. I don't know this one. This looks like a 90s, obviously like a 90s deck to me. Yep, 1990. Nice big book. This is like a serious case, man. Ooh, she's sliding. All right, it almost slid right away from me. Okay. Oh, my camera hates like all black. It has such a hard time with all black. And the funny thing is I wear a lot of black. So it's like, doesn't get along with me so good. We've got two title cards, the Merlin Tarot and the Hollow Quest. Never heard of either one of these, I don't think. And here's the Arthurian Tarot. And like, she's got a little bit of bow to her, but it might have been the way that they came. Here's the backs. And yeah. There's like, I feel like there was like a lot of potpourri or something in the box with these, wherever it was stored. So this is obviously all medieval. Very like Wildwood Tarot feeling. But nice print, crisp, clear. I'll probably be keeping this one. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. But it's really quite beautiful. But it does have that Wildwood Tarot feel to me. So I don't know because of that. Like, look it. Is this from the same creators as Wildwood Tarot? I don't know anything about that. My Wildwood is like super buried, so I can't even get to it. But this image is in the Wildwood Tarot. I wonder if it's the same creator. I'll have to look it up. But like I said, my Wildwood is packed. It's not packed away, but it's like down there with like a bunch of decks piled on top of it. And I'm not pulling it out. So I wonder if it's like the same, or maybe they like kind of copied this deck. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't do tons of research on these before I brought them out. But this one's really neat. It's got a really cool box. She paid $30 for it. Oh, okay, super cool. So there's this one. All right, we've got the Golden Dawn Tarot. I do not have a date on the outside of this. Some of them have like prices on them. So maybe she picked them up secondhand herself, or maybe tried to sell them in a yard sale at one point in time. Not even used. It has this weird little window hole in the box. All right, and here's the book. $1978. So this is a 78. Oh, interesting. Kind of not my artwork style. Oh, this one's been... See, so it must be from the manufacturer. It's in a weird order. The majors are in a strange order, but then all of these are in exact order. So this is obviously from the manufacturer. Wow, these are really pip. Ones. I don't know if I'll keep this one or not. The art style doesn't necessarily speak to me at all, but it is an oldie. I wonder if there's a manufacturing date on this. Oh, we do right here. 1977. Man, that is nice cardstock. There's the backs. Sorry, there we go. Really pip. I don't know. Cool. All right. So that's the Golden Dawn Tarot by Robert Wang. And I'm so excited about this. I've got a vintage copy of the Tarot of the Cat People. Okay, I am super pumped about this. I have the copy that I have now is this one. Okay, the one that everybody sees and gets. It's the most modern 2004 print. Okay, so this is an original, I believe. Yep, 1985. So this is the very first print, and it hasn't even been used. Look at that. Ugh. I swear to God, I feel like this box was like curated perfect for me. This is one of my favorite decks. I love Tarot of the Cat People so much. Wow, this is nice cardstock. US game cardstock hasn't changed, guys. It's like pretty much the same. Here's your 2 title cards. Backs are still the same. There's a lovely booklet that has not even been opened. And here's Tarot of the Cat People. I wonder if color is different. So mine's 2 title cards as well. Let's see if I can find. I feel like the colors are the exact same. Let's see if I can find. Okay, well, here's my rejuvenation. Backs are the same. This is another title card. So the deck originally came with 2 title cards. Here's our backs. So the vintage is a little brighter. This is more of a lighter beige color, where this one is more of a sand color. Do you see that? Do you see the color difference? Okay, let's see. Let's find the rejuvenation, and look at how the copyright, you can barely even see it. It's so small. Whereas in this copy, the modern copy, the copyright is still really small, but it's a little bit bigger. Okay, let's see if we can find rejuvenation at the end. There we go. So this is the vintage, this is the modern day. Card size, the exact same. So see how these ones have been brightened up, and then these ones are a little bit more muted. Oh, amazing, amazing. And the very cool thing about this, let me go grab it. So I have the original Traveler's Report that goes with this beautiful old vintage deck. And I don't know what the... So this was printed in 91. And the deck was printed in 85. Yep. So, oh my God, I'm so excited. So I don't know what I'll do. I don't know if I'm going to use, like, honestly, I want to use these vintage decks, but then part of me is like, but then that'll depreciate their value. But do I care about that? Because I honestly think that these are just going to stay in my collection. Something like this one, Tarot of the Cat People, I will probably keep this one just as backup. because like I said, this deck has really resonated with me. I really enjoy my readings from this deck. So I feel like, I don't know, I have a lot of thinking to do. Am I going to use these decks? Am I going to enjoy them and use them the way that they were meant to be used? Or am I going to put them on a shelf and just keep really good care of them for one day, to be sold to another collector and probably sit on a shelf? I don't know. I don't really know how I'm going to handle that. I haven't quite decided, but I'm definitely keeping this one, 100%, the vintage copy of this, and I'll probably keep my modern copy as well, so I at least have a backup copy if anything does actually happen. All right, we've got another Marseille. This one doesn't have a date on it, but she bought this one from International Playing Card Company Limited in Windsor, Ontario, which is really close to my hometown that I grew up in. And we are hoping to one day, when we sell from here, to relocate back home to be closer to our families. So this is kind of like a piece of my home. So this is from 1983 and doesn't fit in the box. This is a Fournier, which I thought was, let me see if I can get to focus, a Fournier, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't know that they were that old. This one's got a lot of discoloring on it, but somehow it didn't get on anything. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, well, super cool. I love my Marseilles. Here's the box. Got title cards. Ooh, this one is very stinky. Ooh, okay. I don't know. This might be mouse pee. I don't think it is, but it could be mouse pee. So I got to be really careful. I'll have to like wipe my table and stuff down, and I'll have to determine, like, honestly, I should smell it, but like, I don't want to stick this in my face, but I should smell it to see if this stinks. I don't know. This deck is very, very strong, musty smell. All right, so here's this Marseille. Very beautiful, bright colors. Traditional. Ooh, look at these greens. Beautiful. I'll have to do a video on my Marseille collection because I've got a pretty kick-ass Marseille collection right now happening. Yeah, so their cardstock's different. Their cardstock is that really slippery, sleeky, really flexy, bendy. This is not the same. So their cardstock has changed over the years. I can't believe this leaked through and nothing on here has a single mark on it. So let me check the backs. Nope. Somehow it did not go all the way through. It doesn't fit in the box. This one makes me laugh. So this is how it would have came, and it doesn't fit in the box, but it stays in there. So this one has a little bit of damage to it, but not a whole heck of a lot. All right, we've got the Chinese tarot. 1989. US Games and their locking tops. All right, there's our once again, not even opened booklet. You can tell there's no creases, there's no bends, hasn't even been opened. This one's got 1988 printed on the sides. This one's got a little bit of a bow to it, but it could be from printing. You know how decks bow. And we've got, wow, there's a lot more white space on these cards than I was expecting. These are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I really like these ones. I have no Asian-based decks in my collection other than the Sasurabito. I don't think I have any other that I can think of. So I'm really excited to add these to the Japanese one and then this Chinese one to my collection. These are beautiful. Oh, I really like these. They're very airy feeling. And then the backs. Oh, look at the backs, guys. Oh, those are beautiful. It's a little bit of a smaller deck. It feels nice in the hand, though. These are gorgeous. All right, well, there's that one. Then we have this one here, which is the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. I've never heard of this one. It looks like this one's been opened a couple times, but like inside is pristine once again. We've got like the little window thing happening again. What is the date on this one? 84. Ooh. That one is crunchy. But it's okay. This one has a little bit of schmutz on it. Oh, it's scratching off. It's rubbing off. Because of it, the window, it being open, right? Okay, so this one, we have our two title cards. We have one that says "To All the Believers," and then the title card. Oh, this is a different looking one. This is a small, like a bridge size, maybe a little bit larger than a bridge. Oh, we've got that order once again. The Fool, the Hangman, Judgment, the World, the Magician, the High Priestess. So we've got that different order again. It must be the way that the factory prints. Well, this is a very different deck. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Aquarian Tarot. Look how pretty those backs are, though. It's gorgeous. These wands, the way they've drawn them, remind me of the Aquarian. It's not the same creator as the Aquarian. I don't know if I'm going to even honestly be moving any of these ons. Let me try it again, speaking English. I don't know if I'm going to be moving any of these decks on. I don't know if I would sell any of them. I mean, maybe. But their heads are like too big for their bodies. But I kind of like them. I like the color. I don't know. Interesting, right? I don't know. I don't know if I would end up moving any of these on. Possibly this one. And speaking of the Aquarian Tarot, okay, so like this is honestly one of my favorite decks to read with. And it's a 1970s Aquarian Tarot. Oh, I'm so pumped about this. And look at it. Like, I feel like this hasn't even been used. The booklet looks like it has a damage from the top box lid, right? Like all of them kind of do. Oh my god. Okay, I love the Aquarian. There's our famous backs. Look at those. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so this one's particularly smelly. So that, look at how off center the print is. Look at this white border compared to this side. Interesting cardstock. So here's that order again. So it's obviously the way that they get printed out. Oh, look at this lovers. Like such an iconic deck. Like I love the Aquarian Tarot. It is so, I don't even know. I love it so much. Beautiful. Okay, my number one most hated deck, or sorry, my number one most hated card in the world is in this deck, but I love this deck. It's right there. Why? Why a cowboy hat? There is nothing Western about this deck whatsoever. And I'm just like, why? Why that hat? I hate it. And the guy looks a little... He doesn't look as bad in this card. But, like, it's so weird because there's, like, black space. Like, it's like a mask, right? It's so weird. But I totally hate that card. But this deck I love. And I notice their faces are so much more... I'll show you my copy. Okay, so here's like the newer copy once again, like the 2000 whatever. This one is a 2020 print. So here's our backs. So there's the difference. And I use mine, so let me find a card that... Okay, so like the Queen of Rods. Look at how faded her face is, right? You can barely even see her lips. You can barely see her eyes. It's very faded features, right? Now let's see. Find her in here. Where you can see this a little bit better. Okay. So you can see her face a little bit better. But yeah, interesting, eh? This one feels so old. It feels so old. This one feels from the 70s. The 70s decks have like a grittiness to them, like a dust on them, maybe even. It's so beautiful. I will be definitely keeping this one, but I feel like I'll put this away. I will continue just to use this one. I feel like I won't even read with this one, to tell you the truth. It's so like rough cut too. Like you can tell this one is so old. All right, so then I have this one here, which is a Tarochi, the Pinocchio. Sorry, I just hit my table. This one's really interesting. This is a Los Scarbeos. I believe this means there's only 888 printed. This one I looked up on eBay. There's only 2 copies on there. They're both in Italy. And the one copy is going for $800 and the second copy is going for $1,200. Yeah. Very interesting little system here. I'm going to be very careful because this might be one of the ones that I sell. I have a card written. I have number 37. This is from 88. Here's the backs. Square edged, not rounded corners. And this is this one. It's kind of cool, honestly. It's kind of creepy. I think I would consider moving this one on for the right price, or I might keep it. I don't know. It's really interesting. But I might move this one on. This is one I might sell because I feel like this is a collector's. This is majors only, these two cards. Let me just make sure that they separate. Yep. A very interesting card stock. Not a typical low Scarborough cardstock whatsoever. The colors on these are really quite beautiful. I don't know. I would consider maybe moving this one on for the right price, but I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. I'm not going to charge what other people are charging because that's just ridiculous. But yeah, so how cool is that? Really neat. The funny thing is this card is like laminated, whereas these, oh, I guess they kind of have the same finish happening. But it's weird that we have the square corners. Wasn't expecting that. But yeah, so we have this little one here. Which has a really interesting box. Just want to make sure it's lined up right. I don't know, really cool, eh? And then we have this one here. This is one that I would definitely consider moving on, I feel. I don't think... So this one, the box is a little beat up, right? It's a little damaged at the bottom. I feel like it was sitting on the bottom of stacks of decks, and the weight of decks pushing down on it has probably done this. Why? Because I have a box that's like this that I've done that to. So I feel like that's probably what's happening. This is in 1993. There is a little bit of like from opening it, right? But I don't know. I don't even know if this has been... So obviously this one adheres to its own system and does not necessarily follow the traditional tarot system of any sorts. We've got these two cards that go with it. And then we start out into these. This one had been opened and played with. I tried to kind of put it back into order to see if all the cards were here and just to kind of understand its system a little bit yesterday while I was looking at it. This deck, I feel, is not one that would be necessarily my cup of tea. So this one will probably be for sale. It does have a very unique system that it follows. These cards are beautiful. I don't know, they're gorgeous. Nice cardstock. Here's the backs. So this is one I feel like I would consider selling. It's dream based, I believe. It definitely goes to its own system. And this book is full of the details of how to do that. So it talks about the three realms. There's the stone realm, the pearl realm, the whirlpool realm. It talks about the backs of the cards and how to read with them. So it definitely has its own little system. Might be worth learning. I mean, sometimes when decks like this have their own little systems, they can be quite life-changing and very interesting. You can sometimes learn a lot from them. So this is the Stone Realm. Yeah, it definitely does not follow the traditional system. But yeah, so there's that one. I would consider selling this one if it interests anybody. I just don't have time to dedicate to learning new systems, to tell you the truth. It is intriguing, though. I did look at it and rewrite it a little bit, and I was like, it's got an interesting system. So, very cool. And last but not least is the Voyager Tarot. I freaking love the vintage copy of the Voyager Tarot. On my channel, I did an unboxing of my Voyager Tarot. And it all started with buying the modern day mass market one that's available right now on everywhere, and noticing that first of all, the cards are really small. Second of all, the color that they put around the border is absolutely horrible. And third of all, the print is out of focus. And you would not know that unless you saw a vintage copy of this deck. Then you would realize how out of focus the modern day one is, and you wouldn't want it because it's really bad. This one, I believe, is the first copy. This is the 1984 copy, and I believe my copy, here's my copy. I believe this one is a 90s, if I remember correctly. I think my book's a little bit different. Yeah, my book is smaller by a smidgen. Mine is very crunchy. Has been loved a lot. So this one's from 86. Let's see what this one says. This one says 86 too. But we've definitely got two different card stocks happening here. Maybe not. I have to get in here and look and see. The vintage copy of Voyager Tarot is definitely the way to go. This one's a little bit different colored. So this is my copy. My laminate on the edges seems to be a little lifted. But this is more of like a beige, like a lighter beige, whereas the one nowadays that you can buy is like this really weird, like spring colored light green. And the cards are half the size of this. These are huge cards. These are the size of like a traditional oracle. Okay. And the pictures are so crisp and clear. The modern day, like I said, the modern day print one, they're very out of focus. So there's this one. This is the one that I ended up getting. Now, this one has a little bit of, this had a little bit of wax that had gotten into this box, and I had to scrape it all out. And one of the cards, I believe, this one only, got a little bit of the color on it, which I don't care. But here's the Voyager Tarot, the vintage copy. This one is a little bit, mine's clearer and crisper. This one's got a little bit of like, almost like the laminate's a little bit more, not as transparent and clear as this copy. But you can still see everything you want to see. Yeah, like the laminate's a little bit different on this one. Yeah, it is. I wonder if it's like damage to the cards. I don't think it is. I can see if it wipes off. It might wipe off. But I feel like it's just the laminate. It's like a... It's almost like a milkiness to the laminate. But anyways, so Now I have two vintage copies of the Voyager Tarot, which I am ecstatic about. I might consider moving this one on. I have not decided that yet because I love this deck so much. I really enjoy my readings from it. I really love it. Yeah, see, look how much brighter and clearer mine are. But see, look how shiny mine are. I feel like this one's either been maybe used a little bit more, but I mean, it's still fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I love this vintage copy so much that I might consider keeping this as a backup. I don't know. I haven't really decided, but this one possibly would be for sale. This is one of those situations where you have to really watch the box so it doesn't damage the book. This is my copy. Let's not get those screwed up. All right, so that is my yard sale box of vintage decks that I found. I will love them and cherish them, the ones that I decide to keep, definitely. I feel like I'll be keeping a majority of this collection. There is some, like I said, that I would consider moving on. And like I said, if any of them have spoken to you, send me a message. Maybe I won't connect with them. Who knows? But if one of them are speaking to you, let me know. My email can be found on my, like in my links and stuff in the bio. And who knows, maybe we can make a deal. Yeah, so I mean, this is amazing. I have to destink these. I have to figure out how to make them not smell. I did sit them in a box overnight with baking soda and it did nothing. So my next course of action is to put them out in the sun within reason, right? I don't want anything warping or getting faded, and see if that works. If that doesn't work, then I'm honestly just going to let them air out on their own and eventually, hopefully, they'll stop stinking. But they're still in great shape, even though they do have a little bit of a stinky factor to them. They're in excellent shape. They've been taken care of. Obviously, this lady loved her collection and took really good care of them. But yeah, I don't know, I was so excited to share this, but now I'm going to get in and I'm going to spend some time with these decks, and the ones that I'm definitely keeping, I'm going to start using and enjoying. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. My new subscribers, thank you. The people who've been here with me the whole time, thank you. I really enjoy doing these videos. I really enjoy all of this. So thank you for your support. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Thanks.